It's been really wonderful. I've only been in Portugal now for 2 or 3 days, but Yasu and I spent a lot of time communicating via email and on Zoom calls and chats, discussing this project in its various versions. And even though we got a lot of work done and had a lot of ideas, it's so much easier and better to be face-to-face next to each other, working with materials with our hands together than doing it over the internet.
Throughout my artistic career, I've been working with many different disciplines, from cinema, from performing arts like contemporary dance and theaters. But this particular project is a mix of everything. So we don't really distinguish what kind of performance it will be.
A lot of the point of our project is that human beings aren't the most important thing on this planet, that we all are part of one big system. I know this is a very obvious idea, but I think it's something that humans often forget, that we're just part of a bigger system, and we need to understand how all the components work together to make us who we are. Nothing is more superior than anything else is sort of a point of our project.
My country is full of animistic beliefs. So the natures, the humans, there is no boundaries. But if you live in a city of place like Tokyo, you don't really notice that. Usually I work with indigenous people or like traditional music in a rural area. So the few years ago, I was in Amazon, in the Brazilian side, and I was working with all the indigenous people, and I found their lifestyle. There's no boundaries or differences between humans, animals, plants, insects. So that kind of made me think. I felt like, okay, I want to do something for my next project. And then when I talked to Robert, this project was born.
I'm a record collector, and I've collected specifically 78 RPM records, the very first records ever made, and they're made out of shellac. So my interest in shellac began many years ago. And Yasu and I have talked a lot about this, and even though I'm coming from this music record side, he really suggested, well, we should try to open this out and explore how shellac might have connected many, many different things in the world.
Like Robert, I'm also collecting many records. So it was quite natural. We reached out to shellac.
Yohei Miura has been indispensable in helping organize the production and the technical side of things, and is really, because of his involvement, has allowed us to maybe go a little further in directions that we couldn't have gone in just with the two of us as it stands right now. And then also, as you mentioned, Raquel Castro has been excellent in helping find this place as a residency and some of the materials involved in this project.